On January 1st, 2026, toll-free messaging is going to be changing for businesses who send messages from software systems to their customers. That's application to person or A2P messaging. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what those changes are and if toll-free is going to be a good channel for you to use with your customers or for you to provide to your customers to send if you are a reseller. Hi, my name is Will Craig. I'm a co-founder of Signal House. We are a messaging provider that specializes in 10DLC or 10-digit long code application to person or A2P messaging. But in just about a month, we're going to be launching our toll-free services. This is going to be, of course, before toll-free changes at the beginning of the year, but I still want you to be dialed into all of those changes so you know exactly what they are and if toll-free, of course, makes sense to your business. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in, talk about the changes, and talk about what is going to be best for you. So on January 1st, 2026, the big change that's coming is that toll-free is going to be more in line with 10DLC when it comes to application requirements or registration requirements, I guess I should say. So what are those requirements? Well, right now for toll-free, what they really care about is the content of your message and that it represents the business that's being sent. This is slightly different than 10DLC, where the campaign covers the content of the messaging, but a step that you have to complete before getting to the campaign is registering the brand, which is your business information. There is a process of putting in your business information for toll-free, but they're mostly looking at, does the business that is being referenced in the text message also referenced in either the verbal opt-in or the written opt-in or the opt-in via the website. Now, what they're going to be doing is requiring you to put in a business registration number, whether that be an EIN, a DUNS number, or if you're global, any other kind of tax ID or business registration number. This is to verify that it's an actual business sending those messages. It's basically going to be a gatekeeping process to where if you are not a verified registered business, you're not going to be able to use toll-free. So what does this achieve? This disrupts this long-standing usage of toll-free as a way of kind of getting around the registration requirements that 10DLC would have. And because toll-free numbers have 3 messages per second that they start out with from a throughput perspective, and you can get that up to 150 or even beyond that if you have a specific use case for it, but it is easy to get up to 150 per second just with paying a fee for doing it. It traditionally has been a way for you to have high throughput messaging without necessarily needing a verified business. That's going to no longer be the case. It is going to be shored up to really what 10DLC is. There's going to be a lot of similarities between them, but the campaign registry or TCR, which is what we as a campaign service provider or someone that essentially has the ability to register 10DLC brands and campaigns on behalf of customers, is not going to be the centralized database for toll-free like it is with 10DLC. Instead, toll-free is still going to be reviewed by the DCAs or direct connect aggregators or carrier partners, if you will, and the carriers themselves to approve of those toll-free campaigns. It's also still going to be, to my understanding, a one-step submission process where you are putting in your business information and the content of your messages, and you're sending that all as one application for toll-free. Now, what does this mean for you and your business? Well, if you have a registered business, you still are going to be able to get approved for toll-free, and it still could be the right channel for you. So who is it the right channel for? Toll-free is a great channel for people who want high throughput messaging from a national level. These are companies that have a national footprint or a national presence, so a local area code isn't as necessary. This is also going to be great for things like notifications or marketing. It's not necessarily going to be as great for two-way communication. So if your marketing requires a response, if you are reaching out to someone and saying, hey, I saw that you wanted a free quote or a free estimate to this, are you available tomorrow for a quick phone call, or let's go over the rates here via text message? That's not something that toll-free excels at. Most people don't even know that you can respond to a toll-free. So if you're doing conversational messaging, 10DLC is still going to be king for you. If you're doing notifications and you just need those messages to get delivered, or you need them to get delivered in a short amount of time, essentially, if you need those 150 messages per second to get out there, then toll free is going to be the best channel for you. So if the replies are not 100% necessary for you, you're not doing that kind of messaging, you might be a brand that is sending out a link that's saying, hey, 30% off, click this link to use that 30% off coupon, and the, I guess, activation of that message is just the user actually going in and doing the work on their own. Toll free is going to be an excellent channel for you, and it's still going to be an excellent channel as we move into this new era of toll free. And with Signal House, toll free is going to be better than what you have on your Twilios or your Telenexes or your Bandwidths or whatever the legacy carrier platforms that you're using and legacy CPaaS platforms you're using are. And the reason for that is that we are using our same process that we use for 10DLC for toll free. What do I mean by that? I mean quick approvals. I mean automating the submission process for you so that you don't have to be an expert in the space to do it. We are actually going to give you the ability to take one of your 10DLC brands and campaigns that you've created and just create a toll-free branding campaign based on that. So you can essentially duplicate the information you've already submitted, and we're going to be automating and optimizing the rest of the flow for you. We're also still providing you our landing pages that you can create directly from within our toll-free builder. So all of the stuff that you love about Signal House with our intuitive platform, the ease of use, the ability to get registered quickly, effectively, and easily, and see all of the metrics that you are sending out with your high volume toll free, you will be able to do on Signal House. So very soon, toll free coming to Signal House, in January 1st, 2026. You will need an EIN and a registered business to use toll free. That's not just on Signal House, that is industry wide. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something. If you did, give us a thumbs up, send this video to some other people who need to see it as well, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks so much.